Flosstube.
Greetings.
And Laura.
Hi, Joe.
Welcome to the Silverback Farm.
Welcome back to all of our returning subscribers. Welcome back to all you new people. This here is a Flosstube where we talk about cross stitching.
This is video 100. Forgive the dog. She just decided to finish her dinner. And her food dish is close. So if you can hear the crunching, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
But not enough to delay the recording.
Like, literally, Joe hit play. And she started crunching.
She got her food at what time?
5:30-ish.
It is now 6:30. And she's decided now is the time to eat.
Normally we have it picked up by now. Oh no, she had eaten most of it. There's just a little bit left. My dog is so weird. My dog is so weird.
The dog is so her.
The dog is mean. Dog fun. There are no treats on that shelf, doggy. Okay. So, now that we've spent a minute and a half talking about our dog.
Bow wow wow yippee yo yippee yay.
How are we doing, world? I have no words for how the world is doing right now. None.
I believe one thing I saw said it best. Dear 2020, go eat a Snickers.
Like, seriously, whoever is playing Jumanji, you need to pack that up. Just pack it up and put it away.
I just want to know how many ones in a row did you roll? I mean, did you just get Snake Eyes 20 times in a row and that's what happened?
The dog is no.
Did you get 20? Did you get two? Did you get 40 of them? 2 sets of 20 and that's why we have 20 and Snake Eyes?
Seriously.
Dude!
What the actual, man?
I mean, all of us D&D players are like, ooh, 2020, double critical. No, we got 1111. Mega, like, super critical fail. What the frack?
Critical fail?
I think the DM got crit 20s on being a jerk.
Yeah.
Can I have my turn now so I can go beat him up?
Seriously. Alright. Alright, let's talk about...
Okay, can I list the things we're not talking about? Just to make life easy, unless you disagree.
What?
No current BS going on in different cities. No COVID. No, just cross-stitch.
I have no words for what's going on in the world, so we're just going to go on to cross-stitch. Let's talk about our wonderful commenters who watch us week after week. And
This one?
there's a couple new ones this week.
Bunny with an I. I like that, actually.
Me too.
Bridget.
It is J. Guderi 94. That's the YouTube screen name.
J. Gooey Dry.
That's the YouTube screen
The
name.
nerd is going to put it J. Gooey, G-U-I, Dry. Another Bridget. Andrea. Lynn.
Renee.
Oh, there's a comma. I thought that was part of your... I thought you made a Y there. That's what I was like. Renee? No, Renee.
Sorry.
Glenna and Victoria and probably Squeak.
And Squeak. And my Squeak. We thank you all for commenting, and I apologize. After the first couple of days, YouTube has decided to stop notifying me when there's comments on the video. So after the first couple of days, I don't get in there and heart vid comments or respond to comments. I need to remind myself to check it at least every other day so that I can respond and comment. I did go through and heart them all when I pulled the names. We appreciate you guys spending time with us and watching our videos, no matter how short or long they are, because I know we've had some short ones lately because there hasn't been a whole lot going on.
And I also thank you for sticking around with the long ones, too.
Yeah, and we appreciate you sticking around with the long ones, because sometimes I get a little talky. We're gonna stop now.
Bull. Colorado feedlot levels of bull.
I think stress has finally fried my brain, people.
No, it's now burnt. It was fried.
Okay, I'm burnt. My brain is burnt. Let's move on to whips. Whips.
I got like 4 stitches and my bug ran off.
Poor Joe.
I tried to use it on the new bed. One thing.
Oh, somebody commented about the sushi roll bed. They'd never heard of the sushi roll bed. It's a term people use for a bed in a box.
Yeah, it just looks like a sushi roll. What it is they roll the bed up really tight, and because it's foam, it compresses, and then they put this rolled up thing in a box, tape it up. By the way, I will say, whoever did this box, please review the weight and strength capacity of your box before you ship it. That should have been 2 to 3 layers, not one flimsy layer. It fell apart.
Because I'm sure the person that packages and is in charge of that watches our little Flosstube channel.
You never know. Somebody could watch this 20 years from now when we've made it big. And then we'll go see the retro 100th episode.
20 years from now. Do you know that 20 years from now I will be 57 years old? That seems ancient. Okay, moving along.
You'll still have a job then.
Unfortunately.
Most people have 57 still have a job.
Okay. It was, I don't even know what week it was.
Dun dun dun.
Oh.
How do I remember?
Crikey!
Oh, the group she's in is closed. No entries. And you say you're going to let them know, I'm sorry. But in the couple of years you've been in it, I haven't heard of an entry because it's so good who that would leave.
I've only been in that group a year.
What? I've been there more than one.
I've only been in Daily 30 a year. I did do a thing.
Uh-oh.
I joined Enchanted Stitching.
Is that the one that originally started with Harry Potter?
No.
Okay.
It's a different group. It's not Magical Stitches. It's a different group.
Okay.
It's called Enchanted Stitches. It's Disney based.
I thought that's what it became the next year.
Nope. 2 different groups.
Okay.
It's a long story.
That I'm finding out about now.
So yeah, I joined Enchanted Stitches. I don't know how this is gonna work. Balancing 2 challenge groups with, anyways. Well, see, one of them you can stitch on whatever you want.
Technically 4, unless you drop one of the 2 war ones.
I dropped Dragon Lore because it wasn't fun.
The kids found out Mommy and Daddy had rules for a reason?
Yes. So, anyways.
Yes, I said that. No, I don't apologize.
I just wasn't having fun with it. So,
Needle pulling thread?
let's talk about, alright, let's start with this. Not this. Let's start with...
That was the only thing in the editing.
I heard you, you dork. Let's start with, one of my bags is over on the sofa. Can you get it for me?
Let's start with make the husband get up and dodge a dog.
Okay. So we had to stitch on our last project that we stitched on that had water on it. That was, nope. That one. I stitched on, the last project that I stitched on with water on it was Shores of Hawthorne Hollow, yes. So, I actually stitched on this on Friday, because Friday was the 29th, and the 29th, Virtual Stitchers does new start for the leap year, and I'm starting new Hawthorne Hollow blocks, supposedly. I only have 3 blocks started, and it's May. You can math that out.
So you're still recovering from March and April.
Yep. So I ended up doing a total of 503 stitches on this. This is on 32 count. Lake Effect Morning.
Sorry.
Thank you. I finished. So I finished the border on block 2, the top border on block 2, so that I could start the top border on block 3. So I could say I started block 3. I started block 3. Then went back and worked on filling in the sun on block 1.
Can I be honest? That is politician levels of wrapping it around. Wow!
It is what it is. So here's my progress on Hawk Run. Shores of Hawk Run. All I really have left to finish this block is finish filling in the sun, filling in the water, and finish the border. I would like to get that done sooner rather than later.
I am having way too much fun with having half a face.
Oh my lord, please stop.
Why?
So, there is that. I had to stitch on something that had windows on it. And as you can see, the little houses in the background village have windows on them. And there's a window up there. So I worked on Santa House because it is a goal to finish this year. And I got 432 stitches in on it. And I got the kitchen finished. So I have the dining room. Or no, I have the living room, the study. I don't remember what they call them. And the attic. Where Santa's at.
Ooh.
So this is on a 14 count Opalescence Mountain Rose from Silk Weavers.
Shiny pink.
Glittery pink. I kind of regret doing it on the pink because the skin tone isn't showing up really well. But most of it's outlined by other parts of the design, so it is what it is. Okay, so then we will go on to finishing out Mirror Mania and my work on my mirrors.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. When can I get the discontinued I love?
I'll never find the discontinued mirror that I love. Miss New Year's Fairy was stitched on for something that came in an envelope because I bought it off of Gary from Sunshine Stitchers and it came in an envelope from me. And I have to unhook it to show you where we're at. This is on 28 count Fantasy from Silk Weavers. It's an opalescence. And my 459 stitches finished her legs, put her shoes on, put her clock in, finished the black on her wings, and now all I have left to do is finish backstitching her and put all of her beads on her. And by all of her beads, you see these holes right here? Right here? Yeah, that's her clock chain. It's all beads.
Beating ain't easy. The decision's a lot of regrets. Doing metallics on a beady project.
It was actually originally stitched in a metallic silver. I decided to just go for the gusto and make it all beads. Because, you know, I'm nuts. We had to stitch on a dress that looks like it needs to be dry cleaned. I am not putting that dress in a washer.
Even a cosplay of that would be dry cleaned.
Right. This is Raven Queen This is Mira's Raven Queen. I am converting it, the teals to red in homage to Once Upon a Time's Regina, because she is a baddie, and yeah. And I did 402 stitches on her, which finished all of the scrolly stuff in the column of her dress and put, I think, more on in here. So now I have some big swatches of black done on the bottom of her dress to finish. And last, but most certainly not least, my focus mirror for the month, Lady of the Flag. Did I tell you Raven Queen is stitched on 32 count Cleveland Crud hand-dyed by the Slovak farm? That's me.
No, you did.
No, I didn't. Okay, so Lady of the Flag is stitched on 32 count, hand-dyed by the Slovak farm for your thoughts. Look at her.
Miss America.
So I did 402 stitches on her, also, up in here in her sleeve. Is she pretty?
Right there?
Yep, right there. So, that was my stitching for the month of May, or for this week. My Mirabilia is for the month of May. I did not finish my final Mayflower because I ran out of time and I just don't care.
And you added another challenge group.
I had already finished 7 of my Mayflowers, so I was good because 5 got us the advantage for June. So I was good with not finishing any more Mayflowers. So I did a total of 2,244 stitches this week. For the month of May, I did 2,102 stitches on Lady of the Flag. My goal was 2,000 stitches. I did 1,339 stitches on Raven Queen and 903 stitches on Miss New Year's Fairy, which is pretty darn good, I think. I did a total of 9,560 and a quarter stitches for the month of May.
And a quarter.
And a quarter.
What is it with you and decimal points?
Quarter stitches, baby. Quarter stitches. So that's been the stitching for the week. We have some haul. Let's move on to haul. Haul, y'all.
Yeah!
My silks.
Oh, funny.
Okay then.
I made a noise sound the cat, somebody popped their head up like, where?
There you go. My silks from Silks For You from Australia finally made it to the US. It only took 4 weeks. I'm not going to complain because I'm not in a big hurry. But here are the beautiful silks for the month. No, Silks For You doesn't name their monthly silks. It's just 1, 2.
Purple, purple, green, blue, blue.
It's like a raspberry. Very pretty, very pretty. Put these back in the bag. And my Victoria models finally made it. I'm thinking she had some shipping issues from DMC not shipping threads. So, let us play our favorite game. It's a dark blue. It is like bright blue on the screen, but it's a dark blue. That's not helping. Oh, that's better. That's better.
I'm just. You know what? Oh, I'm trying to remember that. Indigo satin.
No. Dark navy. Guys, you know you can read that. This is like a
Teal.
teal and aqua.
Tropical.
That doesn't help. Aqua green. A nice bright yellow.
I'm just gonna say sunshine.
Yellow gladiola. Gladiola's a flower. Because I know you were like, what? Thinking. Here's a nice minty green.
Pretty green flower. Green flower I've never heard of.
Mellow mint.
By the way, stop hinting.
I wasn't really hinting. Here's a nice light pink.
Bubblegum.
Baby pink. Here's a dark pink.
Rosy pink?
Y'all! He got one. Rosy pink.
I was not expecting that to actually be.
He's like, I wasn't expecting that!
It looks like a pink rose!
It really does.
Which is one of the few things one of the few flowers I actually know what it looks like. Because of her, I might add.
Well, there you go. That's it for haul. Just threads, because my stuff.
Shopping stinks right now?
Yeah, I'm waiting on fabric for 1, 2, 3 stitch. Moving along to plans. Plans, part 2.
Take 2.
Take 2. Part 2. Yeah. We got done filming the plans and
File corrupted.
file corrupted. So let's try plans again. What's your plans? He has no plans.
I'm planning to sit here and pet the dog while you talk.
Okay, works for me.
She'll enjoy it.
Daily 30 is Little House on the Prairie week this week. So we're celebrating the TV show Little House on the Prairie. So we have to stitch on a piece that's Halloween themed because Michael Landon's birthday was Halloween. I never knew Michael Landon's birthday was Halloween. Michael Landon played the dad on Little House on the Prairie. He also was on Bonanza. Random things that I know. Random shit that I know. I don't have a Halloween piece, so I'm using one of my last roses from completing all of the April monthly, and I'm doing that's the wrong side. I'm doing cardinal points. We have to stitch on something that has ice or snow on it. I have Santa House planned for it. I might change my mind. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm going to go with Santa House. Just because I'm pretty motivated to get it done. And just be done with it. We have to stitch on something. Oh, and we have to stitch on ice or snow because we're cooling off because they filmed in like 100 and some odd degree heat and period clothes. Can you imagine?
No! Even the guys, no!
I like that. Oops, I just knocked cardinal points out. We have to stitch on something with rabbit, a chicken, or a squirrel. Because no matter what Ma Ingalls told them they were eating, it was actually Dinty Moore stew. That's what they used to represent their meal. I don't have anything with a rabbit, a chicken, or a squirrel on it. So I am using one of my last roses. I'm using my last rose on that. I have not determined what I'm stitching on yet. I have quite a few projects that I haven't touched. Well, obviously I have a few projects. I have a lot of projects I haven't touched because I spent a lot of time focusing on mirrors for May. We are to stitch on a project that has been our BFF to represent the friendship between the two young principal actresses on the show. I really don't know. My mirrors have been my BFFs for the month of May because I put so much work into them. So I haven't picked out that one yet either. And we are to stitch on our piece that is closest to a finish. I think it's pretty solid. It's pretty close between Miss New Year's Fairy and Nativity when it comes down to the fact that there is a lot of beating on Miss New Year's Fairy. I do think this one is closer, but it's close because while there's a lot of beating and backstitching on Nativity, there's a lot of beads on that fairy. So, and then while we were figuring out that the file was corrupt, we got our monthly event for June, for the June monthlies for Daily 30. So, hold on, let me bring them up. So we're going on a picnic for the month of June in Daily 30. For the record, I haven't jumped into enchanted stitching yet. I'm planning my whips. I had a slight moment of what have I done when I saw the event posted yesterday. And I went, how am I going to handle this? But anyways. So for our picnic, we have to stitch on a whip that shows a public place, event, or scene. Because whips were all about, or picnics were all about being in the public when you were out, when they were first becoming popular. I have several projects that fall into that category. So,
Would you like me to fill out my opinion on it, or you don't care?
what's your opinion?
Main Street.
I'm probably going to do that.
Where did you gather in small town America back in the day?
I mean, Lady of the Flag, Statue of Liberty is a public place, but it seems like she is just like the default on 90% of monthlies anymore, and I love her, but 500 stitches is a lot. We have to stitch on a piece that depicts something we could take to a picnic. Main Street has a couple of options.
The flowery thing over there.
Cardinal points?
Mm-hmm. Flowers.
Like, we're kind of going along the food route.
They're edible flowers.
Santa's house has edible treats in it too. We have to stitch on something that we have plans of passing along to someone else. I gotta think about that. I mean, I'm sure I have stuff that I plan on passing along. I just don't know what. I don't know what I'm working on today. I'm kind of weird with the whole passing the stash thing and passing charts along because I don't pass charts along until I am finished or almost finished. Like, I don't offer to pass things along until I'm finished or almost finished.
Because you don't want the hassle?
Because I don't want to feel pressured to finish it.
Okay, what's the next one?
So, we have to stitch on a whip that was a reward or a gift to ourselves.
I already know which one. That's why I see if you think it's the same one.
What?
Lord of the Rings.
I was thinking that. Josh Gads has been doing a COVID, like a quarantine YouTube thing where he zooms like a movie and he calls it Reunited Apart or something like that. I don't remember. It's on his YouTube channel. Josh Gad's YouTube channel. Sunday's episode was Lord of the Rings. It was awesome. Because they started having him quote lines and you didn't know if they were showing the movie. And if you weren't looking, you would have thought you were watching the movie. Okay, so. Oh, the longest picnic was a fascinating fact. The longest picnic ever was a 600-mile picnic in France on July 14th in the year 2000 to celebrate the first Bastille Day of the 2000s. Bastille Day is like France's Independence Day, in case you don't know. So we had to put 600 stitches exactly into a whip of our choice. Again, I'll figure something out. I'm probably going to go with something that's got some blocks of color because 600 stitches is a lot. And then after we have finished all of those prompts, we are to put 100 stitches each into a whip that has a title that begins with any letter in the word picnic for each of the letters.
Nativity.
So, I know. I will have to look down. I will have to sit down and look at my projects because that is after we finish the first 5 prompts. I don't always get to doing more than I usually do the monthlies on the weekends, so. Okay, so that's plans. Announcements.
I'm going to stop it and then do announcements. So we make sure it's saved.
Okay.
Okay.
Announcements.
None.
None, because
Everything broke.
the hotel for the 2020 retreat is in downtown Cleveland.
They had to evacuate.
They had to evacuate guests and board up the hotel so that they had to evacuate guests and board up all of the windows in the hotel on the first night.
Those who don't know, greyhounds have the grace of a boulder rolling down a hill.
The 2021 retreat, we still have to make a few contacts for hotel accommodations.
Even planning that's being a nightmare right now.
Even planning that is becoming a pain in my butt. Mainly because I thought I would have the rescheduled date for the 2020 retreat before I needed to worry about announcing anything for the 2021 retreat. But it is now June. So at some point, the announcements of the dates and all of that will be made here. But if you're interested, the Lakeshore Retreat Facebook group gets information a little bit quicker than I get out on videos, obviously. So, and as far as the fabric dyeing business goes, right now everything is on a stall because fabric is back ordered. And that's my life. And the dog just looked at Joe like he was nuts. That's my life right now. So, what would we like the people to do, darling?
Hug each other and love each other and stop being jerks.
Can we just love one another?
Like, comment, share, subscribe if you're not subscribed, bell notification thingy me bob, blah 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 blah. Typical YouTube stuff. I'd love to know if the camera actually got my head moving. I'm a little dizzy now.
Anyways.
Left.
That's all for this week, folks. We'll talk to you next week.
Bye.